Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be doing another trendy fall makeup look, but I'm actually incorporating two trends for today's look. I'm really interested in doing a cat eye. It's actually a mini cat eye, so we'll be doing that today. I'm also going to make sure to really elongate the eye. Although the wing out here is going to be small, I do want to start it here in the inner corner, so we're going to be doing that. And I'm also going to be doing a bold lip. Originally, the focus of today's look was going to be the mini cat eye, but I did get in my new Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. One of those shades I picked up is Velvet Cinnabar, and I'm excited to use this. I have yet to apply this one onto my lips, so we'll be doing that today. So it's going to be a little bit of a bold lip and a little bit of a cat eye. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I did already go ahead and prime my face. I used the Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. This is from Victoria Beckham. And I figured, why not? Let's go ahead and use the foundation samples that were sent over to me from Lisa Eldridge when I ordered the lipsticks. So the foundation, I believe, is called Seamless Skin. It also says just the foundation there. The part I ended up picking up is light medium, so this is set 2. And I'm thinking, let me get it out of here. I want to use shade 16. So it's going to be the darkest in this set here. This is light medium number 16. And if it doesn't work, then I can try other shades another day. I just want to use one at a time to really see how this foundation performs. So I don't just want to test it out for today. That's why I'm not going to open up the other shades. But we'll see how this one works. Alrighty, so I got it open. And let me do a swatch of shade 16. This one looks like it has like an olive undertone. Now I'm going to apply this with a brush. It seems to have a pretty light consistency. Like it's not a thick foundation. So formulas like this, I usually do prefer to apply with a brush. You know what? I took this thing completely off, and this might be good for a few uses. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well, I can't smell, so I don't know if it has a scent. Sometimes I'm able to pick up a little something, like if it has a really strong scent, but in this case, I don't pick up anything. All right, so that's a very, very light layer. I'm going to focus them on this side now. And I did pick up more foundation for this side. This intelligently formulated self-setting foundation blends effortlessly to smooth and unify skin with a natural looking, soft, focused finish. The skin-friendly formula gives customizable medium coverage that fuses seamlessly with your skin, starts with a little, and builds to your desired level of enhanced perfection. Okay, that's actually looking really, really lovely. Extremely natural. It truly does not look like I have on anything. Like, it doesn't just feel very lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel like I have on foundation. It looks like I have on no foundation. All right, so let me add a little bit more onto this other side here where I do have more hyperpigmentation and breakouts, as well as my chin. I haven't applied very much on this left side, so I did pick up quite a bit right now. And yeah, you can definitely build this up. I would say medium coverage is the perfect description for what you get with this foundation. Okay, and then let's do the forehead. Like, it's not taking me a long time to blend this out, but it does feel a little serum-y, like that type of consistency, if you guys know what I mean. So I don't know, you guys, should we do a word test? Maybe I should just do a word test. Why not, right? I am not planning on going anywhere today. Right now, going out is... Okay, this is too dark for me. I am noticing that already. It's definitely too dark, but I'm not too concerned about it. Once I apply my concealer and stuff, it'll look a little bit more balanced out. I mean, it might definitely still look a little dark, But like I said, I'm not going anywhere, and y'all know I'm just testing this out. So we'll do a wear test and we'll see how it wears, and then I'll use the other shades another day just to kind of better see how it wears. Maybe use it with a different primer, try to apply it with a sponge next time, you know, switch it up a little bit. Let's cover up these dark circles. So I'm going to use my Clé de Peau concealer. The shade I have is Ochre, and I just like to go straight in. And then just because this foundation is a little bit deep for me, I'm going to add some there as well, just to add a little bit more lightness there. Okay, so I am going to set my under eyes as well as my T-zone just to add a little bit more brightness. I'm going to use this powder from Chantecaille. It's called the Eclat Dough. I don't know. But this powder has been talked about very highly by both Jennifer, she has a YouTube channel called Just Glow Firefly, as well as Alexi Zhang, that is her YouTube channel, and they both love this powder. So I finally picked it up. The packaging of this is gorgeous, and the powder itself is really nice. The thing with this powder is that it will brighten up your under eyes, so it's not going to suit deeper skin tones. Unfortunately, it is too brightening, and I do have to make sure not to use too much, but I love how it smooths out my pores and does kind of add that like brightening effect. And I've had this now for a few weeks. It is so pretty. So I'm pretty much only setting where I applied the concealer. And then the rest of my face I'm going to leave alone because just whatever's left on my brush, I'm gonna tackle this here. It says here that the foundation is self-setting, so I do not want to, yep, self-setting foundation, blends effortlessly, it really did. But I don't want to add some powder just so we can see if it really isn't needed. So all right, we're done with that for now. I'm going to move on to the eyes, and then we'll come back and finish off the face makeup. I actually have a few other Lisa Eldridge products that I'm going to use to finish off with my face makeup, but we will get to that shortly. So for my eyes, I want to add a little bit of eyeshadow, not too much of anything, just a little something to have a base. But first I'm going to prime, and I'm going to use a little bit of this primer from NARS. It's their tinted smudge proof eyeshadow base, and I'm using the shade medium here. And I like to blend this in with a brush. And for my eyeshadow, I'm only going to use one shadow. Yesterday, I for the first time finally used my Exaggerize, is it? Yes, Exaggerize eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I have had this for a very long time. I remember buying it when it was on sale. I don't even remember through what store, what site, but I had ordered it months and months ago. Finally pulled it out yesterday to use it. Absolutely loved it. This is a palette that I truly think anybody can use, like just pick up and use with not so much effort, but the eye look is always still gonna turn out really pretty. So anyway, my favorite eyeshadow from here is actually this matte shadow. She does not name them, she just calls them by what they're intended to be used for, and that one is the Define Shadow. So this right here is what I'll be using with my Wayne Goss number 5 brush. I don't want this, again, to be too deep. And then I'm going to start off here in the outer portion of the eye, blend it onto the lid, the crease above the crease here, and then start bringing it in. I think it's like the perfect cool tone shadow for the fall. It's just so pretty. And since I do like to add eyeshadow towards my bottom lash line, I'm going to do that with this shadow as well. So with the Builder 1 brush from Sonia G, I'm going to add some of the shadow here. I ended up applying that a little darker than what I wanted, so just with a clean brush, I want to try to diffuse this a little. For the eyeliner, I actually pulled out my 2 favorite eyeliners. I have the Dual Liner from Tom Ford and my Gel Liner from Bobbi Brown. Maybe I use the Tom Ford. Okay, so I want to use the brush side. The felt tip, I just feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to create a little winged cat eye look. So I'm going to use the brush side. This one's extremely pointy, which is going to be perfect for today's eye look. I'm going to use a mirror because I'm blind and I need to get very close. And okay, so I want a cat eye, but since it's gonna be small, I don't want to take it out too much, like just a little tiny bit. So I'm gonna start at the edge here of the eye. And I'm just going to try, I'm gonna draw a angled line there like that. So using my Bobbi Brown gel liner, this is a black one, it's called the Black Ink. And using a very thin angled brush, this is from MAC, it's the 263. Just with the tip of the brush, I'm gonna pick up some of this liner and then clean it off on the sides like this so that it's very pointy and you don't have too much product on the brush. So at this point, I'm just going to angle it, make sure it's parallel to the top waterline here. And then very lightly start doing some flicks. And with this brush, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the liner here against the lash line. So very lightly going in sections. I'm just pressing it right against the lash line. Okay, and that is how that's looking. Also, whatever's left here, I'm going to tightline. Okay, I don't have much left there. I didn't pick up too much product to begin with. So I picked up a little bit more of that gel. I'm going to tightline. Okay, I just ended up dragging a little bit more of the eyeliner here in the bottom just to come in a little bit. I'm trying to debate if I want to apply any of my bottom lash line, but I'm thinking I should. Just a little tiny bit. Love it. I did end up leaving the center portion of my waterline empty. I didn't add any eyeliner there, just so I can look a little bit more open there. But that is that. For mascara today, I'm going to use my Dolce & Gabbana. It doesn't say here, but this beautiful mascara here. So I don't use this very often. When it's hot out, I do notice that it smudges on me a little bit, but we will see now that it's getting cooler out. Maybe I can finally use this mascara. If not, I'm still gonna keep it forever and ever because the packaging is just so gorgeous. So to apply my eyeliner, to apply my mascara, I'm going to coat all of my lashes first, just regularly. So this first layer is, I'm not really doing anything special here. Now for the second coat, I'm going to start bringing these lashes outwards so it can mimic the shape of the cat eye. Now I'm getting some of this onto my actual eyelid, but once that dries out, we can clean that up really quickly. Actually, I kind of wish I had used my Idol Lash instead. Whatever, it's fine. So you see how my eyelashes are now coming outwards, just really helping with that little cat eyeliner that we have. And I'm just going to lightly coat my bottom lashes. Okay, so I'm going to wait until I'm pretty much done with the makeup to clean up that lid. Let's move on to finish off the face makeup. So I do have the liquid highlighter from Lisa Eldridge. This is the Elevated Glow in the shade Cosmic Rose. So I'm going to apply this on the high point of my cheeks, down my nose, a little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, Just a little bit there too. And then just the same brush I've been using for my foundation. I'm gonna blend this in. And this highlighter gives a really pretty ethereal type of glow. Just beautiful, very natural. Yeah, it's just another one of those products that's very, very easy to use. My current favorite bronzer is the new one from Guerlain, their Terracotta Gold Bronze. This is a beauty. My mirror keeps falling out, so I need to glue that back in. So today I'm going to apply this with my Sonia G Face Pro Brush. For my blush, I have the Seamless Skin. Okay, so Seamless Skin is just her line. So the foundation is just called The Foundation. Got it. All right, so the Enlivening blush. Why can't I say that? I have the shade Dante's Dream. And I'm just going to apply some here on the back of my hand. These are a little bit finicky to work with. To really press on that to get some out. Okay, so just with the same brush, wipe dirty up some more brushes. I'm gonna apply this blush. And I love this shade. I love how this one looks on me. I do apply quite a bit just to make sure that it stays on all day. Though I did go in with it a little bit too heavy. I'm gonna add a little bit of my Merit brow gel onto my brows. I had already done my eyebrows. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. And this one is in the shade Black Brown. I went ahead already and cleaned off my lids. Now for the last step, which is lipstick. So I picked up the shade Cinnabar. This is from the Velvet formula, and I love these lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge. Her packaging and all her lipsticks is exactly the same. It has her emblem on the top there, and they are magnetic. So I just love that so much. Anyway, so this is how Cinnabon looks. Again, I have not yet applied this. So beautiful. I love her bullets. All right, so let's go in. All right, guys, so this here is Cinnabar. This is a matte lipstick, extremely comfortable. You really don't feel it on your lips very much. Let me just make sure that does not get on my teeth because that is embarrassing. But these are really comfortable, and the longevity of these lipsticks is quite amazing considering that they're almost like your typical type of lipstick. You know, it does transfer. You are going to lose some pigment throughout the day as you eat or drink, but the actual lipstick color doesn't fully wear off. So it's very long lasting in my opinion, like I said. Extremely comfortable. So I love these lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge. At this point, I have the majority of them. I'm probably missing 2 or 3 shades, if that. I'm not sure. This is just how everything is looking here. This is how the skin looks. It looks very healthy. My skin is glowing in a very beautiful, healthy way. I guess I've just decided to just go ahead and do a wear test so we can see how this foundation looks throughout the day. I'm not going to check in until the end of the day, so once we're about 8 hours in, I'll come and show you guys how everything is looking, unless something significant happens before then. But yeah, so let me go on about my day, and then I will be back for a quick check-in and my final thoughts on this makeup look. Alright guys, we are back, and I have been wearing this makeup without touching up absolutely anything for almost 9 hours. So that's kind of crazy. I want to first start off talking about the lipstick because I'm blown away. Now granted, I am extremely limited with what I can eat, so I am not really snacking that much these days or just unable to eat a lot of things. So maybe if I was able to consume more meals, then the lipstick would not look as good as it does on me right now. But this is, I mean, it's astounding how well it looks. There will be transfer from this lipstick, but the color will still maintain on your lips. Now, I did not realize that it can stay on for this long. I mean, I'm extremely surprised. I have the wrong shade here. Oh, here we go. But this wore wonderfully. It felt comfortable all day, and that's considering that my lips are quite chapped at the moment. I need to buy some more lip balm, but I'm very, very happy. So again, I used the shade Cinnabar, and I realized I did not show you guys a swatch of this earlier. So that is how Cinnabar looks. I love colors like this, so I mean, this gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Now, as far as the foundation, because this is actually what we're doing the word test on, I'm going to scoot you guys in a little bit more, though I'm sure you can already tell I am quite oily right now. So you guys can really get to see what's going on with the foundation. Overall, considering how long I've been wearing it, and again, the fact that I have not touched up, I don't think it looks bad. You know, like the oils that are showing through, my T-zone always gets oily. I definitely have other foundations that don't necessarily look like this by the end of the day that do perform a little bit better on me. Right now, I'm a little on the fence as to how I feel about it. I don't think it looks horrible considering that I have not touched up or anything. I am going to go ahead and blot though so that we can see how it looks, if it's something that we can just do a quick little touching up, just kind of elongate the wear of our makeup. So I am going to try that in a little bit. But there's just something about it, like in this area here where I do have more oils. And it could be the fact that I just have oil sitting there. But I didn't lose much coverage anywhere except for a little bit around my nose right here. That's typical. My nose is like always running for some reason. And a little bit on my chin too. It's usually these two areas where I usually have to go in and apply a little bit more makeup because that's where I usually need it some more. So I'll go ahead and blot my face. Now I'm going to fast forward through this, and I just do not like showing myself blotting. I think it looks so disgusting, so BRB. Alright guys, so I just blotted and okay, I take it back. I'm impressed with this foundation. It looks so good. Because there was no separation of the foundation, the blotting papers just soaked up those oils that I had, but the foundation still has that beautiful coverage. I mean, this looks so good. And again, I still have not lost coverage. By the way, you can still see my blush, a little bit of the highlight. I did kind of go over the highlight a little bit once I was applying the blush. But yeah, the rest of my makeup looks really good. Wow. Yeah, I'm actually excited again with this foundation. I was getting a little discouraged by it because of how it felt, but I think it was just all the oils that I had sitting there. So I'm gonna keep testing this out. I have 3 more shades. I used shade 16 today, so I'm gonna go with shade 15. Maybe this one will suit me just a little bit better. I did feel like 16 was a tinge too deep for me. The undertone was just a little bit off for my skin tone, but we'll try 15 maybe during my next video just so you guys can see how it looks. And I'm going to actually use a loose setting powder next time as well, because the powder I used today was really more for brightening purposes. So I can layer a really light amount of this powder over a loose powder that I'll be using to actually set, and perhaps that'll help avoid me getting so darn oily throughout the day. We will see. I will test it out again. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.